Hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry about the massive delay between the update video and this one, if really anyone cares. I just did not have any ideas. I just didn't, and I also had to go out and do some real life crap. That's always fun. Yay! And get a little bit of get the chip in my arm, yeah, nice. Anyway, let's get back to what I actually want to talk about. So, Monster Hunter. I've actually talked about this franchise once, like many years ago. I'd say back in 2014 or 15, somewhere in that range. Just kind of talked about it, but I never really gave my thoughts on a specific title. And, I played 3, I played 4, I played Generations, I played, well, not much of Generations, because it's kind of, I don't know, I just got a little bit into it, like, a little bit too late in the Monster Hunter craze, and I didn't really care for the old school style controls, because Monster Hunter World hit the scene, and that was amazing. I had so much fun with that, with my friends and all that, but a lot of them didn't really stay with the game, so that kind of sucked. But damn good time while I had it. So I'd rather, instead of talking about World, because that's been out since what, 2017 or 18, one of the 2 years. I'd rather take a bit of a video dedicated to the newest game, Monster Hunter Rise for the Switch. Now, I was not sure how I wanted to pick this game up, digitally or physically, but I happened to be in New York City at the time, so by that I mean the other day. Just went to Nintendo World, picked this up, and I was like, okay, let's get that alongside an amiibo. And this amiibo right here is pretty cool. I don't know, I forget his name. It's pretty cool though. I'd say. If you don't know what the amiibo are used for in this game, you just use them for lotteries, or you use them for getting costumes. The costume is a one-time thing, so yay, I guess. I just got it because I thought it looked cool, so that's just a bonus for me. But that's how they get you with that DLC bullshit. I'll make a video about that eventually. I just got that on the fly. Alright, so what's so good about this? Well, firstly, it controls very similar to Monster Hunter World. That is a A-OK thing in my book, because that game controlled wonderfully for Monster Hunter in comparison to the previous titles. Now, you see, they add a few new things in here, like being able to ride a mount, like a dog. I mean, yeah, sure, you could ride a mount of some kind, or attach yourself to, like, an animal in World, and just get to the monster, or just get to one side of the map to the other really quickly, like area 1 to 14 or something. But no, this is like full control, and you have unlimited stamina. It's like, yes! It's so nice to have it. And one thing that, like, it just kind of makes it nicer is your hunter talks a lot more, so it's less of, like, you are personally the character. I never really got that, like, idea. Like, I don't feel like I'm this character in Monster Hunter, say, World or whatever. He doesn't say a single word, but I don't feel like I'm him. So what's the point of limiting the dialogue? So that's why I was really, like, okay, when they, gave a bit more dialogue to your character. Now, when it comes to the open, like, the world itself, like, map so far, because this is a first impressions. The first map you go to, it's a lot easier to figure out where things are in this game compared to World. The World had a good map system, but it was a little bit annoying in some cases. Like, some things overlapped on each other, and I was just like, oh my god. Like, if you play it for a long time, you'll get it. But if you're coming back after a long time, or a newcomer to World, no. This game, though, like, it shows, like fog and all that crap on the map, but, you just go by it, and eventually just clears out. Very easy to navigate. Again, just great level design so far. So then we go into the hub world. Every Monster Hunter game has a hub world. 3 had one. I imagine the PS2 games had one, but I don't know because I haven't played them. Monster Hunter 3 had a little a very small hub world. Then we have Monster Hunter 4 had a slightly bigger hub world, but not by much. Generations, small one as well. And then we had World with a really big one. And then Rise has a relatively big one, but it's not big. Now, Monster Hunter World 1, that one was big, okay? Like, for Monster Hunter standards anyway. I mean, sure, you could just fast travel around everywhere with the, the hook elevator things that go up. I forget what they called them. But I like this world a lot more than the world Monster Hunter World gave me, because everything is still relatively all close together. Like all the things you need to do, like getting things for armor, potions, like item shop, I should say, quests. They're all right next to each other, just like they were in the older games. But they didn't limit the world, though. It still feels like it's like an actual place you can look around in, instead of just like the old school ones where it's like angled at it's at one angle like this, and then you have all that room to wander around in. If that makes any sense, thank you. If not, then I am sorry that I explained it terribly. But Monster Hunter World, it had a proper 3D hub world, but most of the time I would just go up to the top 4th floor where you would go for the multiplayer, because everything is all together. Minus like the armory and all that. Whatever, that's the big deal, but it's just nice that everything's all together and it's not like all vertical and all that other crap. I don't mind vertical design in terms of a hub world, but for Monster Hunter, you don't really need a hub world. Not really. I mean, you need a hub of some kind, but you don't need like a massive map. You just need something that's relatively big, but it's like just big, just small enough, but just big enough that it's like you can deal with it. I can't explain it. Anyway, besides the fact that I can't explain the hub world situation, what else? Oh yes, I want to make one note about the graphics before I end this, because I really don't know what else to say other than it's really fucking good. The graphics are really good. I'm like watching trailers originally, and I'm like, how are these people doing this? Well, these devs, how are these developers even pulling this off on the Switch? Because it looks like Monster Hunter World, just a little lesser. And the frame rate is I think it's about a solid 30 frames per second. It's not 60 like World is on PC or PS4 Pro or Xbox One X. But this game runs wonderfully. What the heck was that? I think this calls for a cut. And we're back. Anyway, I'm actually was about to end the video anyway. So, yes, let me know what you think of Monster Hunter Rise. I almost forgot the name of the game. In the comments below, please. I always read the comments. Trust me. And also don't forget to like the video if you liked it. I know I shouldn't have to say that, but apparently it's some type of thing that if you remind people, they'll do it. No, I'm just screwing with it. You don't have to do it. Anyway, you can also subscribe too. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Most likely about about Amiibo. Yay. Peace.